Got it.
Done.
Excellent.
Done. I'm recording now. Thank you.
Right. Thank you. Right. So anyway, we can kickstart, Mike. I'm just handing over the key to Mike, and before I just share the screen, so that it's all yours.
Great. Yeah, I can see it from my end. So
Around here.
Okay, so I'll just go to the UAT environment. Yeah. Okay, so I've logged in as a review company user, so I'm a consultant, and I've previously enrolled a dealership already for the purposes of this, which I believe is this one. Yep. So if I just go to the Ford CM tab, I'm going to run through. I'll run through all the changes again for anyone that isn't familiar with the work we've done already, and I'll just make special mention of the changes that we've released since the last UAT. So as you can see, I've enrolled this dealership with 10 in-store days, 3 virtual days, no mystery shop, no continuous enrollment. I haven't yet completed any contacts. There's just that admin one that comes with the program. So all of the usages are 0. So I shall create a contact. So the first thing to notice, we've removed the half-day one that was there because that was confusing some people. So that was from an earlier version. So that was never going to be in the final one. We've removed that now. So it makes this an in-store. And if we want this to be half a day, so say I make it from 8 o'clock to 12 o'clock. You can see in the calendar here, and I'll confirm it at the same time. That's been created. So if I just click back to the dealership program here, what you'll be able to see now is that this has been planned for 4 hours, and we can see at the top here from my usages that I've confirmed a contact there for half a day. So one of the main concerns people had from the previous round of UAT was that this duration was not reflective of the time that you'd scheduled the visit. You can't really see because I've put it for 4 hours exactly, but that will now change based on how long you schedule the visit for in the calendar. So if I just click back through to this contact and complete the tasks so that I can complete the contact. So say this visit has taken me a little bit longer than the 4 hours that I said. So I planned it for 4, it's actually taken longer. So I'm now going to say that it was actually 5 hours, and I shall complete that. And I'll go back to the dealership view here. So the main things we'll see here is because we only used the planned duration that you initially said the visit was going to take. As you can see here, 4 hours. We've still only used half a day. You can see that it actually took 5 hours here. So that does now update, whereas previously that was showing nothing. But it will only ever take the planned duration, not the actual duration here. So that if coaches take a bit longer than they thought, we'll only ever bill against what they initially said the visit would be. Yeah, and that's in store, so it will always be in half days. So I'll now create a virtual visit to show you how those work. Yeah, one other thing I forgot to mention here, this message down the bottom explains to you how the contact's going to be billed. So it's telling you that the amount of time I plan here is going to be rounded up to 1 hour and subtracted from your allocation. The wording on this isn't finalised quite yet, I don't think, but that's the general gist. So see, I'll plan this for 2 hours, I'll confirm it, create that. Same thing again, I'll go back to the dealership view here. And you can see that that's used a quarter of a day because this is a US store working off an 8 hour day. So 2 hours is obviously a quarter of a day there. And you see the same thing down here, plan duration 2 hours. Go into that. Just complete the tasks again. Didn't mean to do that. Sorry. I'll complete that, and same again. Maybe that just took maybe half an hour longer than I thought it would. Mark that complete. Go back to the dealership here, and so we see down here that I planned it for 2 hours, and it actually took 2.5. But we'll still only use 2 hours off the allocation there. So that does allow the coaches obviously to overrun, but still only bill the intended duration of the visit. And I think that's pretty much it, to be honest.
Can I just ask a quick question?
Sure.
If they plan a half-day visit and schedule that, and then it changes before they get there, and it's going to be a whole day visit, they can change that by rescheduling.
Yes.
And then it will complete as a whole day. Is that correct?
Yeah, I can show that now if you want.
That's fine. I just was checking that I'd remembered that correctly.
Yes,
So,
yeah, that is correct.
Okay, thank you.
So you would see it change here to 8 hours, and also up here your allocation would change to a full day if you reschedule it.
Perfect, thank you.
Those are the changes we have done.
Yeah, there's like a more specific bug fix, but that's not really something that I can show. Yeah.
Wonderful. So thanks, Mike. So Mike quickly covered both the stuff which we done based on the feedback from the last round of UAT. Just wonder, anyone got any other questions or any other clarifications required?
Yeah, thanks, Mike and and Siva. So, you know, I think get to the team out there. Any questions? I'll be perfectly honest. I'm still very green with TrackIt, so I wouldn't have anything good. But I think you are the users. And maybe any additional thoughts or questions or et cetera.
It's really great to have those planned durations and actual durations working. That would be really, really helpful to us. So thank you for that.
Awesome.
Right. Folks, haven't got anything actually. So anyway, so Mark, anyway, you're going to be recording it, and if required, for anyone wants to check, and they can use the recording to check it. And perhaps we need this kind of concurrence to move into production, basically. Is there anybody else? Do we need the particular UAT approvals, Mark? I mean, for example, do we need to get from Cheryl or anybody? Do we need to get this UAT approvals?
I'm here. This is Cheryl. As long as the team on the call is comfortable with how things work, I would like to share this with the Canadian team. So the recording with the Canadian team, and even if we could schedule a walkthrough with them, I think that would be better. So, but I don't imagine they would have any issues as long as the 10-hour day works the same as the 8-hour day.
Yeah.
Okay,
guys
that sounds great.
Mark? Hey, Mark?
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead, Kellen.
Do you guys mind sending out the recording just to everybody that's on the call, so I can pass it along to Aaron and Amy, you know, in case they'd like to see it. I think that'd be helpful too.
Absolutely. I agree. So other than that, I mean, if there's any additional feedbacks, questions, thoughts, I would continue to just route them to myself. You can copy Siva in as well, and we'll get them looked at, addressed. Any questions can be answered, etc.
Sounds good.
So other than that, I thank everybody for their time, and we'll follow up with the recording and then set something. I'll work with you, Cheryl, to set something up for Canada.
Sounds great, Mark.
Thank you.
Right.
All right.
Thank
Take
you.
care, everybody.
Thank you.
Thank
Thanks.
you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.